Welcome, everyone. My name is Emerson. I work at International Relationships Department, and today we'll be presenting the event UNIS International Conference. First, I would like to thank Satyabhama University to be so kind on this partnership with Grupo UNIS and for all partners that have shared this event on their academic environment. Today, we have our guest speaker, Dr. Preeti Shandeski. She's an associate professor at School of Management Studies at Satyabhama University in India. The presentation is on the topic Internationalization of Education. Dr. Preeti Shandeski, the screen is all yours. Thank you so much for being here. You're making this event even more richer with your participation. Thank you so much, Mom.
Thank you, Emerson, for that introduction. We're really happy to have a partner like Grupo UNIS. We've been doing a lot of collaborative activities with Grupo UNIS, and we look forward for more collaborative activities too. So we've all gathered here for this 7th Congress organized by the Grupo UNIS amidst this pandemic. I'm sure all of us will definitely catch the hands of hope, and the better days are coming soon. So this Congress will definitely give a platform to all academicians to share their ideas, experiences, and knowledge among the student community and the teaching fraternity. Let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Preeti Seshadri, Associate Professor in the School of Management Studies and also Head at International Relations Department at Satyabhama Institute of Science and Technology, India. I'm here to talk on internationalization of education. I will also give you insights on the opportunities at Satyabhama for international students. So this topic would definitely benefit the international students who are watching this presentation. Before taking you all to the presentation, let me start this presentation with a beautiful quote by the visionary leader Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Yes, indeed. We have witnessed that the world has transformed over the years with education playing a very significant role. So today, I will talk on internationalization of education. So let us see what does internationalization of education mean to all of us. So internationalization of higher education in theory is the process of integrating an international, intercultural, or global dimension into the purpose, functions, or delivery of post-secondary education. Well, in simple terms, it is just exchange of students, resources, faculty, institutions, and programs across countries. So internationalization has transformed any country which aimed for higher education. Well, what does this internationalization exactly do? It promotes academic alliances across borders. It can initiate bilateral and multilateral agreements and exchanges. These agreements will pave way for many collaborative activities. We can share resources in terms of, say, student, faculty, laboratories, our knowledge, technical know-how, and many more. We can also share our ideas, our experiences with all the international universities we have partnered with. And this resource can be shared with any institution across the world. We can initiate a lot of joint programs that would benefit the student community, and internationalization definitely helps people to grow. It definitely initiates self-transformation, and it will also benefit the students to have networking with international students across the nook and corner of the world. And the students can also learn about new cultures and new countries. Internationalization is a very significant contributor for the global sustainability. As we all know that UN has proposed us 17 sustainable development goals, and two major goals that we will have to look into is quality of education and SDG 17, which is partnership for goals. So these two major SDG contributes a lot towards sustainable development. So internationalization is definitely a greater a contributor for the global sustainability. Internationalization also leads to globalization. So when we say globalization, we get on to networking with every institution around the world. We can get in touch with institutions from the left to the right end of the world. Well, internationalization also delivers higher education 5.0. So let's also have a small discussion on what is education 5.0. Then internationalization is now become a very key strategy for visibility of institutions across the world. So branding and visibility are two key factors which would definitely present the institution in front of the world. Okay, what are the global higher education trends now? Well, international students' mobility have been increasing and it will definitely continue to grow. Before this pandemic, we all know that uh, we've seen students um, going on to different parts of the world to pursue their education. And this pandemic has just put a small hindrance to it. Yet, we do continue this internationalization activity on a virtual mode. So, thanks to all the technology innovations. And now increasing trends are seen towards multi-country mobility. So it's not just one country, whether it's US or UK, not just to the developed nations, but exchange has been happening even in developing nations. So we have a lot of students going to almost all countries of the world. It was initially driven by cost. So students used to fear about the cost that they would incur on the mobility. But now the entire motto is driven by the employability and the confidence they have in their local system. Student segments are also changing and narrowing. Their students have a clear focus on what they need to do and what they have to really plan for their future. So it is very clear that the students are focused towards uh, their education in the future of their education. And now, unprecedented choice for international students. So, as I said, many countries are coming forward towards internationalization, and students have a lot of opportunities to pursue their education. Well, all these are happening now due to the digital natives. The students are socially aware, and thanks to the advent of social media, every student knows where, when, and what, and how to pursue their education. Well, as a university, we all do have challenges of internationalization. There are 10 major components that would give us a very big challenge before us. So, to start with, students. Well, what kind of students can be invited to? What degrees can we offer to the students? Can we do a joint degree program? Will our approval bodies agree to it? So these are all the challenges when it comes to students. When it comes to faculty, what will be the proportion of nationality across the world that we will have to invite to? What period does a faculty will have to do their exchange on? So these are some of the challenges for the faculty component. Then when it comes to research, how can we really bring about the outcome of research? How can we jointly patent it? How can we jointly publish it? What will be the outputs? Whether the supporting faculty will support the international research collaborations? All these are challenges of research. And the major thing now is the accreditations and rankings. Accreditations and rankings play a vital role in the visibility of any institution. So we have a lot of global rankings that have come forward to rate or rank the institutions across the world. To name a few, we have the Times Higher Education ranking, we have the QS ranking. So all these ranking organizations help the entire world to understand where each institution stand. So it will be easy for the student community to understand and make a choice of the educational institution they would want to continue their education in. Well, we should also be ready with a clear internationalization strategy. Whether we align it with our people, whether we align the strategy with our process, whether How do we brand it before the entire world? Do we monitor? What about our competitors? How do we survive in this competitive world? All these are major challenges of strategies of internationalization office. Then comes to the governance. So whether our management supports the internationalization activity, whether the governance body approve all these activities, whether there are guidelines for these internationalization activities. All these are major points that we will have to look into. Then the curriculum. So whether we give a flexibility in curriculum, whether we demonstrate internationalization in all these curriculum, whether the students are given a choice to choose whichever subjects they want to. Yes. Then coming to the alumni part of it. Alumni play a very vital role in any institution. So we have a lot of alumni who work in different areas around the globe. So how do we seek the support of these alumni in our internationalization activities? So this is one of a good and a positive challenge for the international relations office. How about the partners? How strong is the portfolio of our international partners? How deep our relationship is? How do we build trust with these partners? What are the activities that we can cooperate on? Are major points that we will have to look into while selecting our partners. And finally, language also plays an important role. Here in India, almost our courses are taught in English. And we all know that English is a universal language. And with English as your medium of instruction, we can definitely seek education or go in for employment to majority of the countries in the world. Okay, so apart from English, we can also find out ways on how many other additional languages that we can offer to say invite students from countries who are not familiar with English, or what kind of strategy we will have to set up for these students who are not proficient in English. So these are some of the challenges that we will have to face in internationalization of education as a university. But then I'm here to tell you that all these challenges have been addressed, and we do have solutions for all of these challenges. And all the universities across the world are really coping up with these challenges. And we have definitely witnessed very fruitful outcomes in overcoming all these challenges. Okay, why do we need partners, or why do we really need collaborations? Wait, so partnership is the very base or the foundation of internationalization activity. It provides an international experience for students and the faculty, and it also enhances the curriculum. With partners, we can have a clear discussion on how do we design the curriculum, how do we make changes in the curriculum, and it also raises the visibility of institutions at home and also around the world. So it also provides students and faculty an international learning experience and gives a global exposure to them. And the last but not the least, the opportunity for networking. So if it is not networking, it is not working. So we will have to go in for networking, and we will have to definitely establish partners and collaborators across the world. Okay, talking about internationalization, we've had a few insights. Now, let us come to the Indian higher education landscape. Okay, seeing this slide, you can view that we have almost 53,000 institutions in India who offer higher education. Well, that's a very big number, and that is also a positive point. So the students will have n number of institutions to select from. So they have unprecedented opportunity to study. So here basically we have universities, we have colleges, and we have institutions of national importance. So looking at the numbers, we have 54 central universities, 416 state universities, 361 private universities, 125 deemed to be universities, and 52,000 colleges, which includes private colleges and also state established colleges. And we also have this one institution of national importance. So let me get to the regulatory framework at our country. So basically, a student starts his primary education at the age of, say, maybe 6. Okay, so he starts his class 1 at the age of 6, and then he moves on to the secondary education where he completes his class 10. After which we have the higher secondary education, where he does his class 11 and 12. So here where he decides which profession to choose, whether he is going to select the science stream or the art stream or the commerce stream or whichever it is. We do have vocational courses too. So here the students at the age of 16 or at his class 11 decides on his field of interest. Then comes the graduation where we have professional courses, we have medicine courses, we have commerce, science, arts, vocational degrees, and many more. Finally, he can go up with his post-graduation, which can be of a duration of 1.5 years to 3 years. So generally, this is the regulatory framework of a student who wishes to study in India. So I'm telling you all this so that it would benefit the students who are watching this presentation, the students who would like to pursue their higher education in India. This would be definitely informative for them. Okay, when it comes to higher education, I told you we have a lot of universities. We have central, state, deemed to be universities, open universities, institutes of national importance, and other institutions, which includes the colleges and the institution established by the State Legislative Act. Okay, here Satyabhama, that is my institution, falls under the category of deemed to be university. When I say central university, it is established by the Government of India by the Act of Parliament. A state university is established by the state government. Then we have the open university. It can be a central or a state university. Then institution of national importance. So some higher education institutions are given the status of national importance by the Act of Parliament, going to their academic excellence. Then we have the normal colleges. So coming back to deemed universities, I told you my institution falls under this category. So deemed universities are universities which have been given the status of a university by the central government to award their own degrees. So we award our own degrees and we design our own programs, of course, with the approval and the accreditation of the central government. Okay, why do you want to choose Indian higher education system? Well, the quality of education is really good in India. We have very simple admission procedures. The visa process is also very easy. There are a lot of scholarships available for international students in India. India is definitely a safe country and we have diverse culture in place. So when you come to India, you feel no difference. You will be welcomed by the warmth of the people, and the hospitality that they show will definitely make you go in cloud 9. So India is a land of diversity, and yet we practice unity in diversity. I would also like to mention that India is the third largest country in the world for education. We have around 50,000 institutions, as I told you before. We have 1 million teachers, 20 million students, and above all our courses are taught in English, which is a universal language. Well, coming to my university now, my university, Satyabhama Institute of Science and Technology, is one of the pioneer institutions in South India for engineering education. And we've been ranked among the top 50 universities by the Indian government among the 1,000 universities in India. Sorry, that's a mistake. I've typed it as 100. It's almost 1,000 universities in India. So we are in the top 50 and for almost 5 consecutive years. We're also in the global rankings. We are in the Times Higher Education World University Rankings, Emerging Economies University Rankings, Young University Rankings, We're also in the World University Rankings by subject. And very recently, we've also been ranked in the top 800 institutions in the world for impact rankings. That is, we impact rankings is for achieving the sustainable development goals of UN. So we are in top 800 universities. And to add to the feather, to support internationalization, we've been ranked in top 300 for partnership for goals. That is Sustainable Development Goals 17, Partnership for Goals. And we've been ranked in the top 300 institutions. So we really work on internationalization well, and we do look for a lot of partners for more collaborative activities that would really benefit the society. And we're also in the QS Asia rankings, and we've been rated with 4 stars for academic excellence by the QS. We are a research intensive university, so when a student comes to study in Satyabhama, it's not only about academics, the student is also given an opportunity to work in our research laboratories, and we give importance for innovations and ideas by the students. And we also offer a lot of scholarship to international students. Okay, what do we do at Satyabhama? What can a student do at Satyabhama? We have student exchange program. A student can come here at Satyabhama and do his 1 semester at our institution. So he can take up any course at Satyabhama ranging from engineering, arts, science, dentistry, pharmacy, nursing, law, management, and many more. So you can do your 1 whole semester at our institutions. We do offer internships, which are of short term. So you can do your internship in varied areas, ranging from 1 month, say, to 3 months. And we also have short-term courses named as summer schools, which has a duration of 2 weeks to 4 weeks. So the students can come here for summer school courses. We have a range of programs offered on summer schools, and they can have a quick learning, both academics as well as our culture. Then all these are for the students. Apart from students, we do have opportunities for faculty, for professors who wish to come to Satyabhama, to India. We have faculty exchange program. The faculty can come on exchange to our institution and teach our students for a period of 1 month to 6 months. And we do have visiting international professors who can come here and teach our students on a short duration. Then we do a lot of joint international conferences, which serves as a platform for the academicians, the researchers, research scholars to present their ideas and experiences in the conferences. And finally, we do a lot of joint research. There are a lot of calls opened by the Indian government as well as the world government. So we have a lot of open calls for nations to tie up on mutual research areas. So we can work on joint research too. So these are some of the departments. Just to give you a nutshell, we have 11 schools, 28 departments. We offer 40 UG programs, 21 PG programs, and a diploma course. And these are all the centers for research that we have. So we have research centers in almost all areas, and we do a great work of research at Satyabhama. So as I told you, semester abroad program is open to all students. So it provides opportunity for the students to undertake courses in our university from across the world. So you can come on an exchange for a specific period of time, and we definitely give you a different learning experience, and you can also come to know about the culture of our country. So these are few photographs of our students who have visited foreign countries on student exchange. So these are some of students from across the world who have come to our institution for semester abroad, internships, summer schools, and so on. And as I told you, we have faculty exchange inbound. We have faculty exchange outbound. Our professors have gone to different universities to take classes, and we have faculty from different universities who have come to our university to take classes for our students. And these are some of the joint conferences that we have done with different international universities. Okay, internationalization is definitely a key, and we are also moving towards education 5.0. Thanks to the Industry Revolution 5.0, we are here at Education 5.0 too. So, education, the impact of today's education is a very, very long tail. Tablets, smartphones, smart classrooms, online assessments, all these have contributed to the advancement of technology. Thanks to all the innovations that technology has made. So Education 5.0 replaces the conventional methods of teaching to contemporary methods. Okay, it's a purposeful approach to learning that lines up with the fifth industrial revolution and about the transforming of the future of education. So creativity is definitely a strong foundation of Education 5.0. It emphasizes the need for the students to take up challenges and move on. So this education also appreciates every individual's talent. It gives them a personalized learning approach. Each student will have their individual ways of learning things. So Education 5.0 is not only student-centric, but it is also teacher-centric. So it contributes to both learning as well as teaching. And a lot of project-based learning is introduced, and it gives way for a lot of advancement. So here now education is combined with advancement in technology and automation. Also, this advancement in technology makes data available at our fingertips for both the teaching community as well as the learning community. So coming back to internationalization, internationalization is definitely a key for sustainable development. So we really have to think big in internationalization, but it has to be realistic too. So we have to design our strategies such that it aligns with our people, with our institutions. So we'll have to think locally and we'll have to act globally. We'll have to go in for a lot of international accreditations and rankings, which would definitely build branding and visibility. And it will also give a sense of competitiveness on a global scale. So as I told you before, if it is not networking, it is not working. I know we are all in a very sad situation, a pathetic situation where this pandemic has taken over. Yet we have not stopped any of these internationalization activities. So thanks to the technology, we've been doing student exchange, faculty exchange, conferences, research, all on a virtual mode. So nothing has changed. We are definitely continuing with our internationalization activities. So we welcome all students and faculty to our institution to collaborate with us, to have an experience in India, to have an experience in Satyabhama. To conclude, this COVID pandemic has affected every aspect, socially, politically, economically, our environmental aspect, but yet there is definitely a ray of hope and element of optimism regarding our post-pandemic period. I'm sure the better days are coming very soon. The world will be able to successfully combat this pandemic and will definitely bounce back with greater resilience. So let us all, with the ability of our people, our resources, our institutions and systems, manage these shocks and stressors and build a very stronger and a more prosperous community. With the help of the lessons that we have learned and with the conceited efforts of the strongly united global community, the new normal world will evolve very soon. So it is not the strongest species that survive, not the most intelligent, but the ones most responsive or adaptable to change. This quote is by Charles Darwin. Yes, change is the basic law of nature. Let's all adapt to this new normal and work towards a better tomorrow. Thank you very much. I thank Grupo Unis for giving me this opportunity uh, to talk to you all, to present our institution, to present our country before you all. I hope you would have all benefited out of this presentation. It would have definitely given you some sort of information that you would like to seek for. You can always visit our website www.satyabhama.ac.in. For any queries, you can always write to International Relations at satyabhama.ac.in. I would definitely ask the organizers to share our contact details. You can contact us for any queries on internationalization or any collaborative activities. Thank you for this wonderful moment. I again thank the management and the organizers of this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pretty. It was really amazing. I never thought as clearly as that, because definitely when we think about internationalization, it's not only mobility, it's not only student exchange programs. We have a lack of possibilities, and I was really happy to see my picture there. Yeah, I'm really a little bit suspicious of seeing that my experience at Satyabhama University was really amazing. It was life changing and really remarkable. And I would like to ask you a little bit more about the possibilities that are offered to the students from Unis Group that are visiting Satyabhama. If you could talk a little bit more about the hostel, about the food, about the teaching, about the way that you receive, and how welcome they are. Could you please talk a little bit more about it?
Yeah, sure. I told you before, Satyabhama as such wants to definitely focus on internationalization. So we are not much on the revenue part of it. We do offer a lot of scholarship for the students. In fact, we waive the entire tuition fee for the students who come and study at Satyabhama. Maybe they would have to bear with the living expenses, but we do offer hostels at our campus, and we do offer food for all the students. Uh, Here it will be Indian food, but based on your request, we can give you English food too. But then we will not be able to provide Brazilian food for you. We are not experienced. But then I'm sure you will definitely love Indian food. Uh, you can definitely come and experience. As of academic programs are concerned, you are going to have a great experience at Satyabhama. We have well experienced faculty. We have almost 80% doctorates in our institution, and our average years of experience is 10 years of each faculty. And it's a 30-year-old institution. And as I told you before, we've been ranked one among the top 50 universities among 1,000 universities in India. And we've been ranked for 5 consecutive years. So till today, we are in the top 50 list. To be more clear, we are in the 39th position among universities according to last year ranking. And this ranking is by the government of India. So it's not any private ranking, it's by the Indian government. So we are going to give you a great experience on teaching. We have a world-class infrastructure, great laboratories available if you're interested in research too. So I had mentioned in a slide that we do a lot of research. So to just cite a few, we do research in nanoscience, nanotechnology, remote sensing, waste management, climate change studies, energy research, drug discovery, and many more. Just to cite an example, in the year 2016, Satyabhama has launched a nano satellite which would monitor the presence of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. So that is one great milestone that was achieved by our students and faculty. So we have launched a nano satellite from our university, which is one of the first successful student satellites.
Thank you so much, Mom. That was really, really insightful, and definitely, it's really important to our students to understand these possibilities and how big and how good this possibility is. Another question is if you could give any advice for any university or any student that are seeking internationalization, which advice would it be?
Okay, just share your knowledge. So we are here uh, for, say, I would say this would rather be um, society consciousness. Okay, so now we will have to talk about world society. So it's not about just the nation society. So here I'm talking about the world society. So let's contribute to the teaching community and the student community. Let's join hands and do a lot of collaborative activities, which will stand as a very positive for the students. Now, it'll be welcoming, and it will be a positive transformation in every student and faculty. They will also have an opportunity to learn new culture, to visit new people, to explore new countries, and you can also do wonders. It will be mutually beneficial. So it's not just one country that is benefiting out of it, or one institution that would benefit out of it. When we are working as a team, so when we work on a collaborative manner, I'm sure the outcomes will be more. Now, in India, we always say this. So when you just wave your only one hand, you will not get the sound. But when you just join both your hands, you will definitely get the sound. So that's how it should be. We all should join hands and work for a better world. It's not just academics, but any sort of activities. And I would also would like to emphasize that all universities should work towards achieving the sustainable development goals. We all know the climate action changes action that's been happening, the amount of carbon footprint that all of us are leaving. We'll have to protect the life on earth, the lives on water. So we will have to contribute in one way or the other. Maybe it can be a research to find a drug for a disease, or it can be a way by which we protect the species that would extinct very soon, or by way we provide opportunities for the economically backward sections. So all these are identified as goals by the UN. What I feel is I emphasize, or we should emphasize, that as institutions, as educational institutions, we should definitely work towards achieving these sustainable development goals to make a better world.
Okay, Mom. Thank you so much for your speech. That's really, really inspiring. I really agree with you. Definitely, universities are not the one to blame, but are the one that can be responsible for the academic and global changes and global development. We are one of the key results on that, and after pandemic, that was even more clear. I would like to ask you one last question. How can you see the development of internationalization on higher education after pandemic? What are
Okay.
your views?
I don't see a stop in the internationalization due to pandemic. Yes, we had a very short duration of a full stop in 2020, but then we bounced back very soon. In fact, last May, I think we had a joint conference with Grupo Unis. So that's the way we will have to bounce back and find out ways by which we can overcome all these challenges. And let us all hope that this pandemic ends very soon so that we can have physical mobility. I'm sure physical mobility at this stage will be a big question mark. Yet we can do a lot of collaborative activities on the virtual mode. So thanks to all the advancement in technology, we are meeting across time zones, across countries, across people, yet we are able to make it happen. So I'm sure this will not put a stop to the internationalization. We can definitely take it forward. Yet we do have the challenge of physical mobility, but let's hope we get over this and we make that happen too.
Yeah, I totally agree. Internationalization of higher education online has opened many doors for what already existed but didn't have the chance to establish and to be really applicable on that. Now we have joint researches happening online. Now we have international exchange programs online. Now we have COIL courses, collaborative international learning, collaborative online international learning happening. And even this conference is one example of this. We can have internationalization from our home. So I think that's really, really important. And after pandemic, definitely we'll have even more possibilities than we already have. So Dr. Pretty, thank you so much for your presentation. It was really good. I felt a little bit um, uh, with my heart really warm because I really remember the time that I studied in Satyabhama. And again, I really encourage university students to study at Satyabhama. It was a life-changing experience. Thank you so much for being so kind on this partnership and so for being so present with us. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Emerson. It was really nice knowing you as a student and now as a colleague. So we're really happy to work with you as well. And we hope we do a lot of collaborative activities in the future. Thank you very much, Grupo Unis, for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. And guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to fulfill the attendance list to receive the certificate, okay? And also, don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel and to follow us on social media. You can find the link below. Thank you so much and see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.